waiting for your thumbs up. Good afternoon. We will continue our discussion where we had left related to financial statement analysis, especially the ratio analysis, various ratios analysis. Especially we had started for Steel Authority India Limited. Now I am going to show you that how NHPC, another one company, is having the various ratios and what is the impact of that, how you will analyze and how you can understand the financial health of the company. So look here, this is a 5 years statement of NHPC. Latest is 21-22. For any company you will find out in India, it is 21-22 is the latest one. Starting from 17-18. In the case of Steel Authority, we had got a 10 years one. Here it is 5 years. So minutely observe which ratio you will like to see first. So here the ratio is available to you, various ratios, and I think first ratio which we had viewed was current ratio, right? First ratio which we had used is the current ratio, and here in current ratio, if you see the case, current ratio has kept on increasing, right? Why it has kept on increasing? Because now it is very clear that it was 0.88, 0.96, 1.28, 1.27, 1.2, approximately 1.2 it is running for last 3 years. Now prior to that, again it was closer to 1, and prior to that even lesser than 1. Clear? Now question is, we will again look that 1.2 or 1.27, 1.28, higher current ratio, is it good or bad? So our purpose was to make it very clear that near to 1 was a comfortable ratio, lesser than 1 may be a smart ratio, higher than 1 may not necessarily be bad ratio. That is what we are trying to make it. But if persistently for a longer period of time, if these ratios are very high, it means somewhere we are not able to properly utilize our current asset effectively. It is blocked in current asset, and if suppose some money which is blocked in current asset may be affecting our performance. So look into performance here. Performance may be return on capital employed, and return on capital employed, how much time it is there. Now you look upon return on capital employed, it has decreased. Means not too much, not dramatically change is there. You find out here it is 8.6 to 8.4 to 7.24, and then 7.43 and then 7.19. So it simply indicates that increasing current ratio is not necessarily to be good on the return side. And that is what a similar thing we had seen there also. Better the ratio, lower the ratio, better the return was coming up. Means current asset was actually practically more applicable. This is, you can view it. Even return on net worth. Net worth is what? What is net worth? How you define net worth? Net worth is paid up capital plus free reserves. Whatever paid up capital is there plus all reserves you make, free reserves which is meant for shareholder. That is net worth. So make the net worth denominator and then you find out return on net worth. So you will see that return on net worth wise it is increasing. So earlier it was down, but net worth wise it is increasing. Operating profit ratio is also increasing. So capital employed is not increasing, but certainly operating ratio is increasing. Operating ratio is what? Operating profit upon whatever the sales are there. That is operating ratio. It comes, and wherever reference has been given, you can look into how it has been calculated. So what I have done, I have simply picked NHPC to make you understand. And why I picked NHPC? Initially I took steel, now I am taking power, and that also hydropower. hydropower is there. Now, question is again you look into net profit ratio. What is net profit ratio? Net profit upon net sales. Profit margin is very high. Okay, very good profit margin, and I think it is a huge profit margin. Yes or not? Very huge profit margin is there. Why huge profit margin is there with this NHPC? Reason is very simple. That in the hydropower, more and more expenditure is there is the capital expenditure. Running expenditure is very less. And when running expenditure is less, it simply means that your profit margin will be high, and which is visible here. And even earlier, so every time its profit margin has been always higher than 30. Is it not? So higher than 30 profit margin is there. Similarly, if you talk about uh, price to earning PE ratio, PE ratio is also not very high. It is between 7 to 10. Earlier PE was high, now PE is low. Now PE is low, which we can feel PE could be further high. So this is also we can decide that it has got a huge good potential to grow with. There is another very important ratio which is solvency ratio. Solvency ratio is a ratio you have you can find out in your study material. It is available. All these ratios are given in a study material, and you'll find out the only difference is there it is theory, where it is practical. Practically you are viewing. So you will find out in this interest coverage ratio how much. What is the interest coverage ratio? What is the formula of interest coverage ratio? Anyone of you? Quick. Interest coverage ratio. Quick. Anyone of you? EBA. It's a EBIT upon I. Earning before interest and tax upon interest. Clear? How much time money is available to pay the interest? Clear? So that is interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio. Higher it is, better it is. So interest coverage ratio means 7 times of your interest burden you have the sufficient money. So you'll find out it is more or less in the same range. 7 to 8 it has been ranging. Interest coverage ratio is very, very important, and it has been assumed that the moment interest coverage ratio is higher than 2 or 3 or 4, it is better. कितना चाहिए आपको interest coverage के लिए? So if I explain it, this is a kind of solvency ratio. If I explain, first it will be your sales figure. Recall your profit and loss account in your mind. Sales figure is there. Minus entire cost of goods sold will be deducted. It will give you EBITDA. EBITDA stands for earning before depreciation, interest, tax, and amortization. EBITDA is there. Remove the depreciation and amortization. EBIT will come. Earning before interest and tax will appear. That is available to make payment of interest. And when you will make payment of interest, remaining amount will be profit before tax. And from there you pay tax. And then it is your net profit is appearing. So higher amount is available means better it is. It is also depending upon how much interest burden you have got. So bigger the denominator, the smaller the value. Bigger the denominator means more and more interest you have taken, and that will ultimately lead to you to the decreasing capacity, and keep on increasing the debt. Keep on increasing that debt will lead to keep on increasing the interest burden. And if interest burden will keep on increasing, a time will come your earning will start surrendering in front of interest burden. And the company, if your EBIT becomes smaller than interest, what will happen? Insolvent. Okay, दिक्कत होगी ना? आप उतना भी नहीं कमा रहे हो कि इंटरेस्ट पे कर सको. प्रॉफिट तो छोड़ दो, प्रॉफिट बाद की बात है. अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट टैक्स इज स्मॉलर देन इंटरेस्ट बर्डन, तो नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. और नेगेटिव हो जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? तो टैक्स पेमेंट तो खैर नहीं लगेगा, लेकिन आप यू आर इन ए लॉस कंपनी, और वो लॉस धीरे धीरे इतना एक्यूमुलेट हो जाएगा, बिकॉज इंटरेस्ट यू हैव टू कंपल्सरली पे, you can't excuse that, you can't escape from that. It is not dividend, there is a difference between dividend and interest. You have to pay, and once you have to make payment and that is mounting, तो कहाँ से आएगा? आपका जो रिजर्व, आपका जो इक्विटी है उससे आएगा, और इक्विटी से भी अगर आपका कवर नहीं हो रहा है, यू आर प्योरली इंसॉल्वेंट, अब आपको कोई मुफ्त में भी नहीं कर देगा. Is that clear? That's the way organizations are there. Highly indebted organizations have got a very poor performance. Best example had been there, the accumulated debt and the interest burden for Air India had become bigger than the value of Air India. ये वो बात हो गई कि जैसे आप एक कॉमन पर्सन के लैंग्वेज में समझिए, आप एक फ्लैट देख रहे हो, फ्लैट की कीमत 40 लाख की है, और फ्लैट जो 40 लाख में फ्लैट ले रहे हो, और फ्लैट पे जो कर्ज है उसका इंटरेस्ट बढ़ते बढ़ते 50 लाख हो गया, तो जो भी फ्लैट लेगा उसको 50 लाख देना पड़ेगा. तो जो बेचने वाला है उसको तो हम एक पैसा भी नहीं देंगे, बल्कि उल्टा कहेंगे फ्लैट अगर मुझे देना तो 10 लाख और दे दो, मुझे 10 लाख दो, तब फिर मैं फ्लैट लूंगा, तो 10 लाख तुम दोगे, 40 लाख का वैल्यू है, तो 50 लाख मैं वापस करूँ. आर यू गेटिंग मी? कैसे होगा? अदरवाइज देयर इज नो पॉइंट टू हैव इट, इट्स बेटर टू गो टू अदर प्लेसेस. दिस इज द कंडीशन, because what is the asset available to you. So whenever you do these analysis, that's what you can have a view, and analysis could be clearly visible. Any question up to here? Okay, any question? So you look into these ratios which are there. Then one more ratio, debt equity ratio. How much it is there, debt equity ratio? You have a look. How much debt equity ratio is there? Quickly. How much is debt equity ratio? How much ought to be there? हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? 2:1. There is a huge capacity. How much debt equity ratio it is there? 0.84. Yeah, this is from 0.66 to 0.72 to 0.84, 0.80, 0.84. What exactly this fluctuation? And throughout the 5 years, it is lesser than 1. अच्छा है, बुरा है, क्या है? Is it good? इतना डेट इक्विटी रेशियो आपको बताया, समझाया, क्या है ये डेट इक्विटी रेशियो? गुड और बैड? गुड है. एक्चुअली डेट डजंट रिक्वायर एनी डेट, तो इतना भी डेट क्यों है? एवरी 100 rupees they have only 84 rupees of debt. That is there, even not 1:1. And even if it is not 1:1, means what is suggested, what you will like to have, that will be deciding the factor. It simply suggests one important thing, that suppose करो अगर यहाँ पे ये जो डेट इक्विटी रेशियो है, लेट्स नाउ 20, इट इज यहाँ पे आ जाए ऐसा, लेट्स 1.5, suddenly 1.5 appears in 22, 23. अभी 21, 22 is the last. 22, 23 में suddenly 1.5 हो जाए, 1.6 हो जाए, double. What exactly it indicates? What kind of conclusion you will draw? किस कंपनी की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग? NHPC. NHPC का काम क्या है? Louder. Hydropower generates electricity from water. Okay. And suddenly the debt equity ratio has been on a higher side, doubled. बेसिक कंक्लूजन बिना कुछ और पढ़े क्या कंक्लूजन ड्रॉ करोगे आप? डेट लिया होगा, हाई डेट ले लिया होगा. हाई डेट क्यों लेगा वो? कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए. वेरी गुड, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए. मे बी सम न्यू इन्वेस्टमेंट. क्या लगता है एनएचपीसी किस चीज में इन्वेस्ट करेगा अभी? टरबाइन में. और सोचो, सोलर में. वेरी गुड. मे बी एंटरिंग इनटू रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी. So we can start thinking into that, as the future is going to be for renewable energy. Are we entering into renewable energy? From where you will get those information? Looking into those references, जहाँ reference है. And borrowings are mentioned where? Balance it. and chairman's message, qualitative message. Chairman's message, chairman will say, we have started entering into renewable energy, maybe hydrogen energy. And for your kind information, practically NHPC is entering into hydrogen. And they have shifted NHPC का हेडक्वार्टर यहीं फरीदाबाद में, लेकिन अपना पूरा रेन्यूएबल एनर्जी का सेटअप अब महाराष्ट्र मुंबई में शिफ्ट कर रहा है. Actually, this organization is working. Now one more organization. Quickly, I can share with that one organization. Attendance is complete. No, so many have not marked it. Okay. So how it is going to work? आप लोग एक कंपनी, किसी एक कंपनी का नाम बताओ, मैं उसका एनुअल रिपोर्ट निकालता हूँ. जल्दी बोलो. ओएनजीसी. यार थोड़ा सा हटके भी तो बोलो ना, मुझे निकालने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तुम जिसको बोलोगे निकाल देंगे, लेकिन ओएनजीसी से कुछ और वेराइटी निकाल सकते हो. हम्म. चलो टाटा मोटर्स निकाल देते हैं. लो देखो, टाटा मोटर्स अपने आप आ गया. दिस इज सो सिंपल. डेलिबरेटली आई एम पुटिंग इनटू दैट. तो इसी टाटा मोटर्स की बात कर रहे हो आप लोग. हैव ए लुक हियर. These all are qualitative information. Will help you to view the details. You will get that financial highlights quickly. Although these management discussions, 5 important point I had mentioned, starting from chairman's message, management discussion, auditor's report, then after that, so many things. Tata Motors has got a lot of information available. Okay. Now here you have to please have a look of the Tata Motors. Tata Motors highlights are separate. They have not given you a continuous 10-year set. They have given you only 2-year sets. Generally, public sector organization 5 years or 10 years are available. Private just compare with their previous year. So you will find out here information for March ending, 31st March 2021, and current one is 2022. So 22, 21 has been compared, and here you have to find out the value. So a simple technique to find out the value is, if you talk about current asset, this is the second one. First is in the balance sheet, you will find out non-current asset, that is what fixed asset is there, followed by current asset. Look into the current asset total, take your calculator out, and current asset, how much total current asset is there? 1560 15619. This is total of your current assets. Okay. Is it fine? You will find out here inventories and financial assets. I'm just taking time being as it is, whatever in current asset has been taken. So 15619 and 15619. What is your total current liability? How much is your current liability? So 15 by 26. What is the value? Quickly. थोड़ा बड़ा कर दूं. देखो ये फिगर 15619 है, 0.61, 15619.61 and divided by 26.99, 26992. 15 by this. Current ratio is what? Current asset upon current liability. कुछ नहीं करना, current asset upon current liability. क्या वैल्यू निकल के आ रहा है? 0.57. And this is again automobile sector. Tata Motor is heavily having a variety of vehicles, full range of vehicle Tata Motors has got, and you look into the current ratio is lesser than 1, and not only lesser than, too much lesser than 1. It is available. If you wish, you can calculate for the previous year also. Previous year, how much it was there? 15,854. That was your total current asset. 15,854 and divided by 26,251. 26,251. 0.60. So the further it has reduced. Whereas on the road, you will find out more vehicles are coming on the road. And still it's a current asset upon current liability is not very big. Tata Motor is a good company or not good company? Good company. So this is what one. You can similarly, you can plan anything and you can view. Say, I'll give you one more example. Look into your total asset. How much is your total asset? I'll show you the total asset. Jot down the total asset. 63,899. You can make it 64,000. Okay, approximately 64,000. And let's move to profit and loss account. And in the profit and loss account, you look upon the profit. Which one you want? EBIT first or you want profit after tax first? Total income is here, total expenses is here, here the company is in loss. Look into Tata Motor is a loss making company kindly in this year, very clearly visible. आप लोग साइलेंट क्यों हो गए इतना? आपकी कंपनी लॉस में इसलिए? हाँ, Tata Motor is in a loss. Look into how much is the total revenue. Total revenue is 47,923. है ना टोटल रेवेन्यू वहाँ, टोटल इनकम इज दैट 1479 एंड आपका टोटल एक्सपेंसेस कितना है 49674. So approximately 2000 crore is additional expense. Can you cross check, is there any some expense which has been dramatically it has moved up? कैसे निकालोगे, ये बहुत अच्छा एनालिसिस है. नाउ आई रियली वांट यू टू have this analysis, but subject to that you could be using your calculator to find out the way. I can give you the pathway how to analyze. Very nice analysis. Now you look into that, what was the previous year condition? Was previous year also a loss making condition? Yes, previous year also loss making condition. Okay, so previous year loss making condition, and but loss this year has reduced. Yes or not? Whereas dramatically sales has increased to a greater extent. Revenue has dramatically increased. Why it has been so? Revenue from operations, you will find out directly from 29,000, it has moved to 46,000. Clear? From 29,000 moved to 46,000. So, what is the percentage jump? More than 50%. Right or not? क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ होगा, ये क्या क्या दिक्कत है, क्यों एक्सपेंस हाई है? It will not be possible to comment properly because which 2 years we are looking right now? Please participate quickly. Which 2 years we are looking now? Previous, this current year means 21-22 and 2021, and both the year was a pandemic period for India or for everyone. Pandemic period. Pandemic period में जहाँ restricted movement था, commercial production had been restricted, certainly people will not be buying the motor. So how we will be looking whether Tata Motor was, really a good company or not? We can excuse these 2 years, including 1920 also in the last time had got a problem. So we can look into 1819, 1819 or prior to that. And if prior to that they were a profit-making company, it was a good company. No doubt, a good number of jump has been there from 2021 to 21-22. तो अब आप चाहो तो आप निकाल के चेक कर सकते हो इसका 18-19 का या 19-20 का. And now I think I'm in a position to give you a kind of a confirmation why I look for 5 years or 10 years of data. Had it been a 10 years data in a one stroke, it should have been very much clearly viewed. It has been very much clearly viewed that okay, how it is completely, had it been suddenly down, we should have immediately blamed because of pandemic, car purchasing was not there, truck purchasing was not there, छोटा हाथी बड़ा हाथी पता नहीं टाटा के पास बहुत कुछ है. Those were not there, and because of that Tata position is down. Not only that, one more important point is there. Then साहब आपका sales नहीं है तो आपका expenditure कैसे high है? It might be possible because of that. We all know Tata is a very ethics-based company, morally high company. Might even sales are not there, employees are not working, but employees are getting salary. Salaries are getting any salary fixed cost नहीं है dear. हाँ, फिर भी salary सबको मिल रहा है. And without work, that could be one reason for it. So this is the way you can easily view what the kind of things are there. And if you take these 5 years or 10 years of data and then you find out that these are the exceptional periods, then respect should be more high for that. Look into the expenditure, cost of material consumed, purchase, changes in inventory, employee benefit expenses. Look into that is B number, employee benefit, 34 number 1, employee benefit expenses. It is, more or less constant. Is it really proportionately increasing the way sales are increasing? How to really view it? Is it proportionately increasing? What is proportionate increment? Means 29 से 46 का increment है ना sales में? How much is the increment? आपको देखो 29,000 से 46,000 कितना परसेंट बताया आपको? More than 50%. तो अगर more than 50% expenditure है and if employees cost is a proportional to sales, a certain percentage of that, so then in that case same proportionate it should increase. It should increase from which figure? to which figure? It should increase from 33, 3, कितना है 33, 3341. So it should increase from 3341, 50% इसका increase करोगे तो कितना हो जाएगा? कम से कम 45 के आसपास चला जाएगा. ये 45 की जगह कितना आ रहा है? 36 आ रहा है. तो क्वेश्चन उठता है कि क्या एम्प्लॉय इंक्रीज नहीं किया या वहां एम्प्लॉय डिक्रीज नहीं किया था? इट माइट बी दैट वन ना, कि इवन इफ सेल्स हैज बीन डिप डाउन बट एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंस हैज नॉट डाउन. Am I clear? That's the way we can view it. Any other, this is what your statements are available. You look upon the statement, you view this, and you will find out achievements are already there. Okay? Right? This is taken care of. किसी भी कंपनी का आप स्टार्ट करेंगे. Now I am summarizing it for your final benefit, especially from examination point of view, for your analysis. Three things are important. First thing is that which ratio you are going to use. That is the first information to be clear. For liquidity, current ratio, quick ratio. For efficiency, turnovers related ratio. For ownership, debt equity ratio. For profitability, gross profit margin, net profit margin. For market related ratio, price earning multiple. For solvency ratio, interest coverage ratio, like this. So, which ratio? That's the first question. You must know the ratio. Second, how to calculate those ratios. When you say liquidity, current ratio is there, what is the formula for current ratio? What is numerator and denominator? You have to put that. Third, the result will come, some value will come, how to interpret that. Interpretation of those ratios are also very important. Whether it is debt equity ratio, whether it is interest coverage ratio, whether it is, you know, earning per share, dividend per share, anything, any ratio you consider. So important is you must know that how these ratios can be applied and how it could be concluded. This is one set of three component, one set complete. Second is that second level of analysis will be there. One ratio gives you certain message, and on that basis you want to make a conclusion whether company is good or not, company is not good. That is what I was asking to you. Don't be so hurry to make a conclusion. What you can decide is that when a company is, say you are making a ratio and one ratio has got a result, maybe an indication that company may be healthy or company might not be healthy. So you require a confirmation from other ratio. Clear? Suppose we started with current ratio and then we try to confirm through profitability ratio or efficiency ratio, turnover ratio, to see that yes, when a good is there, good will be confirmed from some other ratios also. This is what really required. Clear? Next is, this is what the ratio part, and you can easily, comfortably, you can write. Third important for writing purposes, suppose some this kind of very important is like in the case of Tata Motors, where we found company is not in good conditions. Right now, for last 2 years, company has been making losses. And suppose information is not there on a paragraph of your comment is required as a final examination answer. So in final examination answer paragraph is required, what you can write that we can go and visit the previous years. If previous years company is making profit, then we can say that it could be a occasional problem which is well known due to pandemic, and we are sure that by next year company will be on profit track. Clear? You can write that way. Second, you can look upon that why not you should analyze, why not you should look upon a time series for a good analysis, like in the You people had asked in the previous session also that what if company is making a fuzzing of the data? Yes, time series data will always be visible. It will not be allow you to fuzz the data. Clear? So even if it has been there only a financial health code or financial analysis or ratio analysis, write down effectively, taking illustrations, making the answer complete. Look into how many marks are there. It will help you to prepare it. Okay. Last but not least, whenever you attempt a question, read question very carefully. Don't be in hurry, especially in those questions where you know the answer. Even if you know the answer, oh, so simple, so easy question. What you require, be very careful. Even over excitement, don't overlook some write-ups. What exactly question is asking, answer accordingly, right? So this is what entire, so today we saw three companies, started with a steel authority, saw that 10 years glance through of the steel authority. We looked upon NHPC, and then we looked upon Tata Motors, and the analysis is made like this. Any company you can pick it, it is immaterial. Which company you are taking annually, what is done by the company, barring few companies which has got a different kind of annual report, different kind of balance sheets. Example, banks. Banks has got totally different structure. Their asset and liabilities are different. So banks analysis will not be same. It will not be on the same. Or non-bank finance company or insurance company, their analysis is little different. Which when you really require to do corporate analysis instead of accounting analysis, you will come to know. But for basic accounting analysis, this is what really required. So it is through, and through this entire syllabus is through. You now have to keep on preparing. Your internal test is also going to be from full syllabus. So confidently appear in the examination, and confidence will come through your own preparation. Okay. From my side, best of luck. If you have any question, you are welcome. Yes. कैसे होगा? ऑनलाइन होगा, एमसीक्यू होगा, 35 क्वेश्चंस होंगे, आपको उसमें से चॉइस क्वेश्चंस का दिया हुआ होगा, उस चॉइस में एक चॉइस टिक करना होगा उसको, और फिर सबमिट कर देना है उसी पे। 35 सॉरी 35 क्वेश्चन, 70 मार्क्स का, 70 मार्क्स का। ओके, यस।